Hello, viewers, and welcome back to the Jackson Number One YouTube channel. I know I haven't posted in a while, but that's just simply because, well, there's a couple reasons. First of all, I've been kind of busy with school, and then there's also a lack of motivation that I have because, I don't know. I just haven't been very motivated to make videos. That's really all. But I have had a few people asking me why my upload schedule has been gone down, and that's the exact reason why. So, you may be confused on why I'm talking about this when the videos about my bear history or my timeline, I guess. I don't really know. Um, but first of all, this is not at all read from a script or anything. So, this is all just improv, yeah. Um, but I have a long history of bears, so this is probably going to take a while. And also, before we just jump into the history and stuff, I want to say that a lot of people seem to call this game Bear Star, which makes sense, but in this situation, I'm going to be calling it Bear Asterisk. I'm calling it Bear Asterisk because, well, that's what I've been calling it since the game's release, and B, this symbol on the screen is actually officially called an asterisk. So yeah, this game's asterisk, this game's alpha, that's about it. So I guess we should just begin. Yeah, why not? So it all started in 2019, and I think I joined Bear around August. I don't know the exact date, but I remember the earliest video I've ever made on Bear was August 2nd. So I think that's exactly when I joined, August 2nd. As soon as I found it from a YouTube video, and I thought it looked like a really cool game. So I DM'd Figs on Discord and told him about it. So we both decided to check it out, and it was a very, very fun time we had. We played it for a while. Well, it started because before this you were just playing your general Roblox games, like, the ones on the front page, like Murder Mystery 2, and, well, the Flee the Facility we played a lot, but this game was a lot different from those, and I really liked it. So that became just a regular game for me to play. So after us pretty much getting addicted to this game, we played it for the entirety of August. I uploaded my first ever video about it the first day, actually, and I believe I already said this, but it was about how to get into the cauldron room, I believe. Yes, the brew room, as I call it. Because that's where you get the badge. And it's still on there, but it was made using I don't know, it's not outdated. I used it for a very, very, very long time. It was this recording software. I don't remember the name. It was like Debut something, but it was a recording software. However, I don't know what happened with it. It might have been my microphone. I don't know. But it stopped picking up my audio. So that's exactly why my older Minecraft survival things don't really have any audio to them, because I used that, and I didn't use the current one that I'm using now, because I used the older one. So it was broken. So that's why the audio is probably a little weird in that video. So that's about it. Anyways, that was completely pointless, but after we played for pretty much the entirety of August, when October rolled around, it was Halloween or spooky month. And the first ever, I believe, the first ever seasonal event, I'll just call it an event, because while there were additions like I believe Cinco de Mayo, the official bear, was actually added to the game, but in like June or January, in June or July of 2019. But that wasn't like an event thing that would only be there for a short amount of time. It wasn't a limited event. Future Jackson here. The previous statement about Cinco de Mayo not being a limited event is untrue. It is a limited skin and is only out for a short amount of time back when it was released. But basically, I'm sure you know this, but basically by event, I meant like a map, potentially a skin, more than just one skin, pretty much. That's pretty much what I meant by an event. So, there. And there are limited skins you could get. So, basically, yeah, we played the event. I think the first skin we got was the pumpkin. Then, Psycho, and then we got the ghost, and then, I think Figs did find the robot bear. And then it took us forever because in it actually was extremely hard to find because in it is its official name, Oh My God Made It Bear. In it Kid, previously pretty much no one knew how to get it. And they were forced to use the wall, the code of the group wall of that old group, that really old group that you probably don't even remember if you're new to Bear, or if you've even been playing it since 2020. That group has completely been unused because I believe there are two official Bear groups. One of them is the brand, and the other one you don't see pop up anymore. And a lot of people have forgotten about it. That's because it was originally planned to be like the official group, but Cheat had to close the group wall because people were exposing stuff, and that is a bad thing. So, because he wanted to keep it all secret, so he had to close down the group wall. No one said anything, and it stayed closed until he eventually, I believe, when he released Asterisk was when he just completely ditched the group, or it was even before that. I don't know. But anyways, we got in it from a video. Link in the description, even though you probably don't need it because it's very, very outdated. But it was the video we used, so yeah, it's pretty cool. But afterwards, it was pretty late at night, and I went to bed. But Fig stayed up, and he actually did end up finding something quite interesting. He kept looking on the group wall before it got closed, and he figured out how to get the red puffle badge. I don't remember. I think it's called is the checkmark badge, I believe, which is bottom of the pit reverse for the description. I'm sure everyone here knows that already. But it was like he, I believe, was the first ever person on YouTube or anything to upload a video on it, even before Premium Salad, even before Connor 3D, or Connor HD. I don't remember which one, but he was definitely the first person on YouTube to upload it to the platform, and makes sense. He got a bunch of views for it. Then I uploaded it afterwards. I think just for clout or something is stupid. You could still see the video. But yeah, it didn't get pretty much anywhere near as much views because it was a blatant copycat. Plus, it didn't even have audio, or really editing at all, so it was pointless. Though I'm just talking about this too much. After October, November rolled around, or was it September? Either way, I stopped playing. And I want to give you some context. So I don't exactly remember the complete reason, but Minecraft, I believe, was starting to become more popular around this time. I believe this was the time when Minecraft was already making a comeback early 2019, but this was when it really started to blow up, or at least until I remember. And I didn't stop playing Roblox. But then I didn't play Roblox as often and I forgot about Bear. So that means not only did I skip through several months, I also didn't get a chance to get some of the rarest skins. I completely missed out on the Christmas event, which also means I did not get Atrocity. And I even missed out on Sam, which I'll talk about later. And that was basically just crap. I hated it. But around February or March, I don't remember which month it was, I came back to Bear and I vowed to never make the same mistake again. So, yes, this all is already meant that I was going to be playing it more than usual. But with the new stuff that I came back to, it was pretty cool because there's a lot of stuff that I missed out on, which made me really sad. But there's also a lot of stuff that was new and was completely interesting to me. First of all, there's way more Puffle badges. I don't remember how many there are. Also, sorry if you hear headphone stuff. It's just I had to move the headphones around. But I don't remember how many Puffle badges there were by the time I made it. I'm not gonna go check. So yeah, I don't remember how many Puffle badges there were, but it was some of them I believe were pretty easy to find. Others weren't. However, this was around the time I didn't actually know there were new badges. So I didn't even check the badges. So I just joined. I figured some new stuff out until Figs and I were both in the middle of a match, and we started to hear these weird voice lines, which now are known as the Malbear voice lines. I had never ever heard of these things before. I was so confused. I looked up how to get it, or I didn't know what the voice lines even were. I didn't know the name of it, but after some deep digging, I actually found out. Well, first of all, this was around the time when I found out how much crap I actually missed out on. But after this, I figured out how to get Malbear, and then I figured out how to get the rest of the Puffle badges. Then the red pirate juice. I don't remember what it's called. I think that's the red pirate juice. I figured out how to get all that stuff. Figured out the sunroom. Was my home, and these were my friends. I don't remember what it's called. Was my friend. I don't exactly remember. But I found out those two places, or those three places. But after that, I just basically continued on playing until March and then May. May was possibly one of the most interesting months for me. May 2020, by the way. We jumped ahead from the start quite a lot. We skipped a lot of months. But May was when the Cinco de Mayo event was coming around. May was also the time when I got my new recording software and my new editing software. It was also around the time where I started to just stop playing Adventure Forward 2 because maybe I'll talk about that for another video. But right now, I'm just focusing on Bear. But that was also around the time I finished playing Adventure Forward 2. And May 5th, aka Cinco de Mayo, was when I noticed there was a new Sam in the shop. I didn't think I'd get it. But at the same time, I was also starting to become pretty optimistic around this time because, first of all, summer break was kicking in, and especially early because of the new COVID thing. Um, it kicked back summer break because this is around the time when COVID was like a new thing, and not a lot of people knew about it, or a lot of people did know about it, but it was just there's no it wasn't as globally recognized, I guess I should say. And it was just starting to become a problem in the United States. The school decided to make maybe the spring break or so summer break did actually come earlier. Cool, right? Yeah, cool. Though, with this, that also meant that I got extra time to grind for this thing. Oh, by the way, the Easter event, which was around April, not to this was also when I really started to get addicted to Bear because it was just Bee Swarm, and then when Bear was reintroduced, I went to Bear, had a blast, and yeah, that's really what kicked me in overdrive for playing Bear. But May 5th, Cinco de Sam and Cinco de Mayo were revealed. Now my channel had already been kicking off because of the new stuff I said I got. And I was like, "Hey, maybe I should start posting videos about Bear." And that was what my entire summer break revolved around. From May all the way to July, I played Bear nonstop, made several videos on Bear, and overall it was just insanity. I was playing Bear so much. And the fact that I still am not burnt out of Bear, or the Bear Alpha, I guess you should specify. Is it crazy? I always love Bear. I probably won't quit. Um because I noticed a lot of people now are starting to quit, but this is completely off timeline. So back to where we were previously, I was like, maybe I should grind for this because I have all the time I need. I don't know how long this is going to be out. So I did. And then before I got to the 40,000, I was like, I wonder if I could grind my entire journey through getting there. Because I had about 30,000, and I believe Cinco de Sam was like 40,000. Um, so yes, I grinded for 40,000 quids. It wasn't all on video, sadly, but that's not really. I didn't want to completely explode my computer. The footage taken was already 2 hours worth of footage, so I didn't want to just completely. It was already 2 hours, so I didn't want to just kill my computer. That wouldn't help anyone. But I was just trying to show. I didn't exactly have a reason to do it, but I feel like now it did show people that sometimes that yeah, I got Cinco de Sam purely off of grinding, and I did technically have an advantage because I have the double quids game pass, and I've had it for a long time now, even to the part in where the timeline is. But I just feel like this shows some people that sometimes grinding for things works, and you shouldn't just waste your entire bank account on getting a virtual skin because it's quids are expensive to buy, guys. Nowadays I could buy that, but man, I don't know if that'd be worth it. Though after that, I got Cinco de Sam. I had a lot of positive feedback, and the views went from okay. Previously, my videos, like, I remember I made a video about where it was just me laying on my bed, my cat was walking around, and I put some kind of ragtime music over it. That got 6 views in a couple of weeks. This video tally went up to like 50 to 60, maybe even 100 views in about a couple, like 3 or 4 days. This blew my mind because this amount of views. Well, I don't even know. I don't think it's 100. I think it was like 50. But this amount of views was so much better compared to what I used to do. This combined with all the motivation and love I had for Alpha, and combined with the fact that it was summer break, just made me go on a spree. Now, another reason I said was because I'm busy with school. That's why I'm not uploading it just as much. This is a very good. This is why. A lot of videos are obviously going to be made on summer break because I have pretty much the entire day to make videos. However, 7 of my life's hours, I believe, 7, I don't exactly remember, I haven't tallied it in a while. That's a pretty good portion of my day that's being taken up just entirely by school. That's because school takes time. But yes, yes, I had school for a while. So I haven't. Well, that's also why I haven't been able to do a lot. And a lot of my videos, you might notice, also don't have a lot of talking in them. Well, that's because I generally make it. It's a lot easier to make text appear on a screen than have to write out a script and then do several takes. This isn't written with a script, by the way. That's probably why you hear so many weird cuts half the time, if you do, because I have to cut a lot of this out because sometimes I just pause in the middle of this and don't say anything. But back to the story. After I was excited to make more videos, so after I actually did end up getting Cinco de Sam, I proceeded to make several other videos. Specifically, I remember one of the main videos. I was also really addicted to Flickr around this time, by the way. I do remember one of the main videos that I made were about a potential secret badge, and it said the audience. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but it was just that was one of the things that stuck out. Then there's another one, but that one is important to my actual history. This isn't even like a specific bear history, but they're bear related things, so I'm just going to talk about them. Anyways, after this groundbreaking discovery of people actually watch my content, I played bear a lot more, like a lot more. Pretty much the entire day was bear, which compared to me now is crazy because I don't even play bear that much. But anyways, so then after I got enough for Cinco de Mayo, the actual bear, not just the Cinco de Sam, as soon as I got enough for it, it was taken off the market, which I believe I could have probably just joined an outdated server. I believe I could have just joined an outdated server, but I just didn't think of it at the time. Though I'm also glad I didn't get it, and you'll see why later. Later this month, though, I made a video about how to get all the Puffle badges. This was just a little fun video I planned to make. Originally, I planned on how to get all the badges. I still have that at the back of my mind, but I've had it since like November now to make a video about all the Alpha and Asterisk badges, but I've never really gotten up to it because that's a lot. That's like that's several hours poured out, but it'd be worth it because it just, I don't know, it'd be fun to make because I'd get to play Alpha and Asterisk both in one, and it'd also be helping people too, which is nice. But anyways, back to the thing. I figured the Puffle badges would be good because, I mean, they're a specific genre and there's not way too many. Oh, also, I'll probably make a video. I mean, I probably won't make a video on it because pretty much everyone has it now, but bonus track. I remember not too long after I made the Puffle badges video, someone was telling me that there was a badge called bonus track, and then there's track 03, which wasn't even a Puffle badge. By the way, a lot of people are telling me that there are other badges like track 03, for example. That's not a I don't want to sound kind of toxic here, but that's not a Puffle badge. What I meant by a Puffle badge was a badge with the image of a Puffle on it. So bonus track would qualify as a badge, but the reason I didn't put bonus track in that video was because bonus track didn't exist back when I made the video. I mean, it probably did exist, but it wasn't really obtainable back when I made the video. No one had it other than maybe Cheed, but I don't even think that was a badge back when I made the video. So yeah, that's why the old Puffle badges video doesn't include bonus track. But bonus track really doesn't do anything anyways, so it's kind of pointless. But this one video right here made me cry because of the view counts. Currently, it has 30,000 views, which is by far my most viewed video ever. I had never gotten a video ever to even 1,000 views. And when it got to 1,000 views, I made a Flickr video where it's kind of clickbait. Well, it's not clickbait. It did show my custom-made Flickr characters, but it did say if we got to 3 likes, I'd make another one, and let's just say I didn't make another one. You may notice I got excited about 1,000. There's not a lot, but this video, I like the video a lot because it got me so many views. I mean, that sounds bad. No, I mean, his video blew up. I didn't even know why at first. And I believe it's because it's a tutorial video. But this video, man, that was... Honestly, I think if that's why I have over 200 subscribers. That one video that I didn't even think about too much got me over 200 subscribers. And then I made the whole music thing about bear music and the actual music. And that, I believe, also contributed a bit. I'm amazed at how many subscribers that got me. That's insane. It's just insane. So, anyways, back to the whole thing, the whole Bear Chronicles, or the Bear Timeline. I don't know what it'd even be called. My Bear History. After May passed by, I believe June. I think June was a time around Happy Terror. Pretty sad, actually. This is a great map, and it got removed after only 12 days, I think. I don't remember the exact number. July fared great amount of weirdness, I guess. It was a large change of pace, and it was a lot to take in. May was the same way, but while May was primarily positive stuff, July was a mix of both, and I'll explain why. First of all, early July gave way to the 4-week event, or there's many different names for it, but I call it the 4-week event. A lot of other people do too, or actually not a lot of people do, but I just call it the 4-week event, where it was week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You can see the presents in the archive. Yeah, that's basically what it was. You know, the archive before it, died, I guess. Before it got canceled, I guess it was. But the first week, I'll give you a brief, or not very brief, opinion on each week. Starting with week 1, which I liked week 1. It was kind of lackluster in limited stuff, because I like really rare stuff, but it was a good starting week. It was extremely difficult to find underwater woods, because there are so many maps in alpha at this point. You just couldn't find a specific map if you wanted to, and it didn't help to that this was a new update, and it was so new that there wasn't any confirmation on this. So you never knew. You could have been in an outdated server for all you knew. Like, this was very difficult to contribute to, and I feel like that's why the 4-week event kind of suffered a bit. I love the event, don't get me wrong, but the skins are probably so difficult to get, not only because they were limited, but because of how many freaking maps they were. Each of these events, other than the last one, included a map, and 2 of them you needed to actually you needed the map to get the stuff. Anyways, the first week was chill. It was fine, pretty good. New revamp, nice. Love to see it. Week 2 was very hectic. I guess Anamoya, the map, by the way. I don't know how it's supposed to be called, so I just call it Anamoya because I haven't had any 100% confirmation on that. Anamoya was already difficult to find on its own. I got excited to play the game, but Anamoya had a skin. I'm sure I'm 100%, or I guess not 100%. It's very likely you've heard of Ito, or I call it Ito, but Ito. Doesn't really matter how you call it. But this skin that's probably appearing up on screen right now is the skin. It required a lot of teamwork. And there's a YouTuber, I'm not even gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna say, I won't say their name, because I'll probably have to butcher it, because they're Portuguese, they're from Brazil. Uh, I don't want to mispronounce their name, but I'll just give it I'll have to butcher Jiao Jiao, that's what I call it, Jiao Jiao. It's probably not how you're supposed to say it in any at all, but that's just what I call it because I have no idea. So I'm just gonna call it Jiao Jiao for the rest of the video. So I'm sorry if that offends any Portuguese person watching. I'm sorry. Anyways, Bear around this time, Ito. I just got completely off guard. Jiao Jiao released his Ito video, and I managed to get Ito, and with a bunch of teamwork, a lot of people that were working together to get it also did as well. Though this one was interesting, and there's such a small occurrence could have completely changed everything. Because when I didn't refresh the page or anything, but apparently the actual YouTube video had to be privated for a bit, and then re-okayed, I guess, by by Beatrice Gamer, and after that whole thing was re-okayed by Beatrice, it was allowed back. I don't even know. Basically, it was removed and then re-added. If I would have refreshed the page, the YouTube page, I would not have been able to access the video because it was privated. So I basically would have never gotten Ito, because by that time I probably would have just figured that I don't know. I probably would have not gotten Ito, basically, if I refreshed the page, which is such a small thing to do. One click of a button would have not given me a single bear skin and could have completely changed everything. Probably not too drastically, but the butterfly effect is strong. Who knows? After week 2, we had week 3, which was a good, semi-good week. There was a lot of problems with it. First of all, Unwell, quite possibly one of the hardest skins for me to find, even harder than Ito, because, well, first of all, it was way more complicated to actually figure out how to do than Ito. Like, you had to get cards, you had to go to specific areas. I did find the green card, but even after I got unwell, it was very, a lot of people could easily just access the cards and completely screw everyone up. Because the whole picking up thing wasn't a local script or stuff like that. Basically means that the specific client you're on, like your client, is only affecting your specific client, or I'm not good at that kind of technical stuff, but basically it only affects you pretty much. That wasn't taken into account, which makes sense because a lot of people probably wouldn't expect something like this to happen. But these, I won't call them stupid, but they were very, very rude, and they picked up the card and they wouldn't let us get the thing, or they wouldn't let anyone get the badge. They just held on to the card and were kind of rude with it. So those people were eventually shamed by everyone until they were forced to leave. After week 3 came week 4. Week 4, part of me didn't like it because it was completely it was devaluing a lot of my skins, and I hate to sound toxic and as if that's what he was. I know, it's kind of rushed. Though the Halloween skins was like the only few rare skins that I had. And back at this time, I view skins kind of like knives and murder mystery. They do look cool, but you mainly like them for the rarity. For some people do, anyways. Honestly, I didn't really. I overreacted, obviously. I got the Mystic, I got the Baldy, everything was fine. I don't know why I made such a big deal out of it, but yeah, whatever. After the 4-week event, though, Bear Asterisk was being announced to release. Pretty cool. Yay, there's a Bear 2 now. I didn't know a lot about Bear Asterisk, and the first couple of days of me playing it, I actually quite enjoyed it. And I remember everyone in Alpha was just staring at the countdown. Little did we know Alpha was not pretty much going to be almost murdered. Because it's not really receiving that many updates anymore. I know eventually it will, or as Cheat is teased in the Discord, that he will eventually add something to Alpha. And he said it will be coming soon, but I don't know what that is. Probably something interesting. Maybe Cinco de Whitey, because Cinco de Mayo is coming around soon. If so, then we got pretty much no time left. 8 days by the time that this audio is being recorded, anyways. So, after the first couple of days of me playing Asterisk, school was starting back up again, so obviously I was slow at uploading stuff. It was also around August, and it was completely different. So yes, when school is, that's a main reason why I don't really upload as much anymore. School. But after this time, I don't know, I felt like Asterisk, I like the style and feeling Alpha gave you. I don't know why. It's probably just a sense of nostalgia, because from a new player's perspective, for someone that never played Alpha, would view Asterisk as a really cool game, and they probably would enjoy it. Personally, though, I was still more of an Alpha fan. Also, this is a horrible. I completely screwed up the timeline because I forgot to mention that. And again, this is not a script, so this is just improv. But in July, I got a Frosty, which I just wanted to mention that. Because I actually got it, I believe, on the last day. I barely got it. Like, I think I barely just got a Frosty, and it was actually a lot easier to get than you might think, because I didn't even have to do the tie thing, because it was already done. I don't know if that's a glitch, or that just was supposed to be a thing. Either way, though, moving on, Asterisk. I do like Asterisk, okay? I do like Asterisk. Though I do prefer Alpha over Asterisk. I've been playing Asterisk for a long time now. And it's kind of weird, honestly, because it doesn't feel like I've been playing it for as long as I have. I've been playing it since August of 2020, which it just does not feel like that's the case at all. Asterisk still doesn't have very much added to it, and it has plenty of potential. It really does. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's already exceeded over Bear's limits. There is one thing I'd like to talk about, an asterisk that was kind of inevitable, but kind of just is unimportant. Halloween rolls around, though. I know I'm kind of skipping a couple months here, but that's because other than like a few skin editions, not much happens. Halloween rolls around, boom, got the stuff. Christmas rolls around, boom, got the stuff. New front rooms, back rooms, Easter event, new Bobs, and then boom. Sam, oh crap, I keep forgetting everything. July, I also did get Sam. Believe it or not, I did grind for Sam. Remember when I said I'd mention Sam again? Well, I will. And I'm not talking about Asterisk, I just completely forgot about this. But in Alpha, I did get Sam, and I did grind for Sam, per se. It was with a double quids game pass, but I still had a lot of money left over from May, because Cinco de Mayo, and because not only was I so addicted to Bear, so I'd been grinding, but I still had several months just to get these quids, and if you saw, I got about 40,000 quids in like 5 weeks. I'd easily get 90,000. And when Sam was re-released, and I got Sam in Alpha, so that also means I have Alpha Sam, but barely. And I also have him in Asterisk, so that's cool. So, I believe I was going to talk about the inventory thing. The inventory, this is completely off timeline, by the way. This video is nearing to a close. But the recording thing, or the inventory thing, the alpha inventory went based off of when you got the skin. So, for example, if you got Buckethead before you got Gentleman, or just anything like that, Buckethead would appear above Gentleman. But that was I really liked that because, yeah, sure, it was harder to find the bearer, and it was the bearers, and it wasn't exactly divided up in very well organized categories, which were or I guess would they be something just divided up in categories, or sections, which then were divided based off of their rarity. That's how Asterisk works. Alpha, as I said, shows it in the history way, but I like the Alpha one a lot more than the Asterisk one, because for Alpha, you would see, it was like pretty much, you could see your entire bear history laid out in just a simple GUI. No words, there were pictures, but no words at all, no audio. You could just see your entire history of playing bear laid out in just a basic GUI. And something that was so simple had so much meaning behind it. And it gave, every time I scrolled up and saw the Halloween skins, or even just my first couple of skins, I got a good sense of nostalgia. Sometime around March, which is quite a while ago, I went back to Alpha, Alpha. I went back to Alpha and wanted to see what it was like. I got hit with a huge wave of nostalgia. I went back again the next day. It still was a large wave of nostalgia, but nowhere near as much as the first day. And after a while, it wasn't dry, but I didn't get that nostalgic feeling anymore. So I was like, if I want to feel this feeling again, I'll do it later. So I haven't played alpha since. Or I have, because the recording in the background obviously wasn't made in March. It's my current recording. Or I recorded this, yeah. This was a very long video. It's supposed to be if it's a timeline in history. So I hope you enjoyed this little miniature. It's not very miniature, but it's a timeline or past history. Yeah, my bear history. I hope you enjoyed my bear history, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that comes out. This is a lot of hassle to make. So yeah, bye. Goodbye. I will see you next video.